Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF 44 coming at you in another video. So, hey, a couple hours later, I had to do another therapy session. It's that real. So, I just got off the phone with EDD, the Unemployment Development Department for the California state. And what they said in regards to my particular situation is that there's no snag on my end. My paperwork's fine. I would otherwise be approved. But they're not going to be doing any phone interviews in regards to eligibility for new applicants for 6 months. 6 months before anyone can get unemployment right now in our state. Now, they were continuing to send me qualifying paperwork, and when I looked online, they were essentially telling me that I would have to wait for a phone interview and that phone interview would come, so look for the paperwork. Me calling them is why I know why I will not receive any paperwork at all, basically. So what I was trying to tell you guys, man, California has turned into a very, very tough place to live. You know, it's like, if you're not working 2 or 3 jobs now, if you don't already have some generational wealth, some people that can have your back, or you can find some people that you can live with to help you make it out here, you're essentially being pushed out of the state. You can't even hardly live in Lancaster and places like that no more because it's more expensive to live in those places at this time. I get it. I know why people are leaving now. I get it, man. We can't make it. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, to be completely honest with you. Now I got to start thinking about how I'm going to get back to work. You know, luckily enough, I do have a job opportunity with Wilson, who the lady just called. She wants to offer me a position now. You know what I mean? I told her as soon as I get my car back, I'll be available to work. But she was, basically saying she needs somebody right away. So we'll see. As soon as I get my car back, which hopefully will be today, I'll call her back and get my butt back to work because I don't have a choice. We have run out of time. We've run out of options. We've run out of support. So, hey, when it's fight or flight, as I told you guys, my body doesn't tend to cower in those circumstances. I tend to snap out of my psychosis and do exactly what needs to be done. So that's where we're at. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice to address my mental health or live comfortably as I see comfortable, which is the way that I do things. I don't have a choice. It is not meant for me to live the way that I like to live. It's just not. That's not a defeatist statement. That is exactly what I'm running into. It's like, you can't live this way. You must leave the house, interact with others, do things that don't come naturally to you, so that you can make a minimal amount of money to make a way for yourself. That's the only option that I have at this current time. So I want to tell all of you, I know that I talk basketball, so I have a good feeling that with the names that I be mentioning and the people that tend to get mentioned a lot, that probably some millionaires are watching me right now. I'll never ask nobody for nothing, but what I encourage you to do is just be absolutely aware of how fucked up it is down here, man. It's bad, bro. People like myself, who generally are just regular broke folks, boy, we are struggling off all the way because there's no help, man. There's just the support and the resources that are supposed to be available for people like ourselves are just drying up because of the inflation situation, which I don't really believe is inflation at all. I think it's bullcrap personally, but that's what it is. It's like, and you see why I've done what I've done. If you think that at the end of this year, right now, as I stand here in this situation, that I regret pouring every coin into AMC and giving the finger to all of my debtors, you are wrong. Because this is exactly why I did it. This is exactly why I did it. I don't regret what I did. It was the right decision. I have more money right now because I gave the finger to everybody and just held my money in one place for one whole year and let it come to wherever it's going. Now, it's not going where it's supposed to go, but it's at least tripled. It's tripled. And that's the bottom line. I would not even have what I have if I'd have kept churning and working. Believe it or not. Because I'd have been paying into bills that would have left me at basically even. Just good enough to pay my rent, just enough to pay my phone, just good enough to pay the debt, and to keep churning as these bills continue to come with various things. And then, of course, you add on the entertainment bills that you just have to have, that I'm not even paying for, but still struggling. Streaming stuff, video game stuff, Wi-Fi. Would you guys believe that I'm living without all this? My computer's a paperweight because I don't want to pay for the Wi-Fi bill, bro. It's hard down here, man. We dying down here. And it's that's why I want to get to a point where hopefully I can can drag myself out of this and put myself in a position to help so that I can be yet another millionaire who can create opportunities that are other options than this. This is bad. Like, this should not be. You know, and I say this with a lot of confidence. I'm a talented guy, man. Like, damn talented. And talent y'all don't even know I have. And I'm probably going to die poor because, like, I can't get out of this hole, bro. Like, literally. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I can go out there and try to sell my soul or do something that ain't natural to me, but that's no different than me going to one of these jobs and working it, selling my soul for that, doing something that ain't come natural to me. I mean, it's like, where does a man just find himself comfortable in life without needing to chase a buck, bro? Like, I know that that's what we're built upon, but God damn it, some of us just don't want to live our lives constantly stressing about whether or not we either need to master the art of stress management or continue to turn until our backs break. I just rather not live either way. You know, I'm free. My ancestors afforded me an opportunity to live free, and I choose to live organically free. I choose to be this way. And unfortunately, I ain't really all that free. I don't get that choice. So it's cool, man. Hey, I'm no better than nobody else. A lot of people have to do the same thing. I can hear my mom in my head saying, bro, you think everybody else ain't got to do it? You got to deal with it. Everybody else is dealing with it. But I think that's the point. It's like, I don't want nobody else to deal with this. I want to be the last one dealing with this. I think that's the difference between myself and I think a lot of people I've heard speak. A lot of people are on some, I'm struggling, so y'all got to struggle too. I drug my knees through dirt, so y'all got to drug in. No, I don't want that. I want to be the last one sitting up here stressed out. You know what I'm saying? About little money. Little money. This ain't no real money, bro. This is garbage money. But if you don't have it, any money's big money. And that's another thing I want to say to all my followers out there who may be of means. Please understand, bro. Please understand. The desperation down here will leave us, people like myself, looking at you, even if we love y'all, like you have something, we need help. You have it. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that I would ever take from nobody. I'm not that kind of person, but when you get to a point where you're desperate, and I see a dude shining, big bling, 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 do you know that ring on your finger could take care of everything in my life, and I'll still have money to take over to invest to fix my situation with just that ring that you got? I could rearrange everything in my house. Can buy everything I need. Buy myself all the stressing and the weed that I want to smoke, all that shit. With the ring that you got on your finger, I can solve every problem that I have. So it's important. It's very important that as a person in this position, I convey to you that I want you to have what you have. I want you to keep it. But I want you to understand what it is that you have as it pertains to when you go out into these neighborhoods and you go out into these places where people are poor. Their desperation is not a reflection of where their heart is a lot of the time. They will do you and take from you just because they're in this position like this where they can't do nothing else. Man, I got nothing else. If I didn't have the little money I did have, I got to go outside and figure something out, like literally. With no warning, mind you, no warning, because they weren't communicating with me. So now it's like a situation where if I'm living in this moment and I'm crazy, I'm grabbing my gun, I'm going outside, and I'm going to get in some trouble. You feel me? Like if I'm not right in the head, this pressure would make a person go to those lengths, is what I'm telling you. Now, luckily enough, I'm a balanced person in this regard. I ain't going to do nothing stupid, but it's that someone would in my circumstance that must be conveyed to those who take what it is that they have for granted, or take what it is that they have as if not everybody's going to value it like you can save my life with that ring, buddy. So I think that's the fruit that can come from the perspective I'm in, to talk to all my followers who may not be in this position or may not be doing too bad at all. Say, yo, brother, tuck that shit, put that away unless you can effectively protect yourself from every angle, and especially the ones you can't see. That's what I want to say, man. I want all my millionaire friends to be healthy, happy, and continue to be rich. I don't want y'all to lose y'all stuff, get robbed as y'all have been, and all this stuff because of the desperation created by circumstances outside of the people's control, man. I think that's what it is. A lot of time we be looking at people, some of us on this level, we be like, man, we want to be in their position. We want to get there. We want to put ourselves in. We want to get rich. Or we may see someone like, let's say, example time, Ben Simmons. He's unhappy. He's making hundreds of millions of dollars, and now he's, he wants to give that money away in order to be in a happier situation. I still sympathize with that. Can you believe it? I still look at him and say, nah, he ain't. Then nah, that situation's not great. Even though like a very small fraction of the money that he's fined for not being there would be money that would save my whole situation. I guess perspective, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's just perspective, man. Um, not to say that I'm deserving of what it is that he's earned, because I can't do what he does. But it's the point that I don't have it and I need. You feel? And there's a lot of us out here who are in much worse, dire situations than me, much more messed up mindsets than I find myself in today, who want to just, who are going to feed their family. More dire circumstances, mind you. Because I ain't got no kids. I ain't got nobody looking at me and say, Daddy, we hungry, man. Because if that were the case, I'd have to forego some things to make that happen, regardless of what I'm feeling. You feel me? Don't take those riches, those wealth, those opportunities. Don't take it for granted. And don't ever think that desperation won't force a person to do something ridiculously terrible. That always will be the case, man. Always will be the case. And I hope if I ever find myself in a position of means myself, which I do want for myself, that this wisdom stays with me. You know what I'm saying? Because the wolves are hungry, the environment is treacherous, the help ain't there, and the people are on their own, man. We are on our own. Always have been, but it's different in some ways for me, because I'm going through it in a different perspective than I have in the past. You know what I mean? So for all those who are saying, yeah, welcome to the world, that's what I have to say to that. You know what I mean? It's what it is. So, yeah, man, this will make me stronger. I bet. It better. It better. But, I'm very fortunate. Like I said, I made the sacrifices I did. And I have what I have, even though I ain't going to touch it. Because the same thing that put me in this position is going to be the same thing that gets me out of it. That's what I know. So I'm going to get my ass back to work if that's the only choice I got. Keep my damn shares, you feel me? Await that fateful day. You know what I mean? I heard that Evergreen, Chinese big time whale just defaulted. That is relevant because it does tie into the financial circumstances, which does tie into what it is I have my money in. So maybe this is the beginning of a great thing. Maybe this will finally be the catalyst for what it is that we've been praying for since January. Maybe this, I'll tell you, as you guys can see, nothing would be better for me than AMC going to the moon right now. I think it's safe to say that. This is the time where, hey, God, if you're up there, you got a miracle in your hand, drop me down a bag, buddy, because your boy, I'm on my last leg, homie. But, man, I tell you, man, I'm so fortunate to be alive. I'm so fortunate to have a channel. You know what I mean? It was a long time before I was ready to share anything that I have. I share my playlist, BDF 44 at Apple Music. I'm the best playlist curator I know of. And I think that you can put my playlist curation project up against anybody's collection of playlists and I will shine. I promise. I'm that good. I ain't playing. And I want you guys to know about that as well. I haven't been promoting myself as I'd like to, but hey, man, I got to make a push, bro. I got to make a push because I don't like where my life is going, y'all. I ain't going to sit up here and pretend. This is looking bad. I mean, I got a wonderful family. I got a wonderful, a set of things that I'm confident about myself. But, man, whew. When life gets hard, bro, it gets hard. it ain't no joke on me. It ain't no joke. I keep a smile on my face because I've come through so much. My mother and my father passing the same year, going into a position where I was almost homeless in that same exact time. And, various situations where we fall into depression. I felt worse 2 months ago, but, I just had a little more to take care of myself with. That's all. So. But yeah, man, we'll figure it out. Hopefully things start to open up for us. Like I said, I got 2 things going on that I'm looking forward to. And at any moment, they can change this thing around. And that's what I've positioned myself to be a part of. Hopefully I can hold on. Just hold on. You know what I mean? God dang it, can I just hold on? And, hopefully things can improve in that regard. So, yeah, man, that was another therapy session, 2 in 1 day. But obviously I needed it now that I know I'm not going to be getting any unemployment insurance. I really do need to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with myself. As far as my car is concerned, well, the car should be there. Ain't nothing enough to pay but the $15. So I got to get my ass over there, excuse my language, and just get my car and then bring it back here and then tell that lady I want to work and get back to work. And that's all I can do. show up and do the job that I ultimately loathe doing. I loathe it, y'all, so much. I was thinking about it this morning, how I really, really don't want to ever be a security guard again. But God has much better plans for me than I have for myself, and it's part of life, man. It's just what it is. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. No crying today. Just gonna move forward. And look, man, I thank you guys for watching. You know, I'm a relentless person as it pertains to not asking for anything from you guys. I know you guys noticed you ain't seen no Cash App. You ain't seen no Venmo, none of that stuff. I don't want to ask strangers for anything other than their attention. I really don't. I'm weird that way. I'm wired that way. And I don't know why. It's very counterproductive to my finances, to say the least. But I think that's in my heart in some weird way, to not take from others. Pride, maybe. I don't know. But I don't want anybody to offer me any money unless I'm giving you something that you're paying for. And in this case, you're not. What you would be paying for is the ability for me to continue to live in my weakness, which is the desire to stay in a comfort zone that doesn't serve me and away from circumstances that will ultimately put me back in a position to be social. So I need to leave the house on a more regular basis, whether I like it or not. And this is going to force that. So I see the fruit in that part of it. And to tell you guys the truth, man, I just need to discipline myself with the money that I get going forward to pay into my debt as well, rather than to pay into my investments. And that's going to be a discipline for me because of obviously everything that we've been talking about for the last 17 minutes. It's just, it's very, very difficult for me to want to put my money anywhere other than somewhere that can make more money, especially going through this. As manic as I tend to be, it's almost like I can't sleep unless my money is somewhere that it could possibly be getting more in it. So if I ask for anything, I just ask for, if you're a praying person, throw some prayers in the direction of people who are doing the way that I'm doing. You know, people who are struggling with the stuff that I'm struggling with. You know, I don't like asking people to pray for me, but I do ask that you pray for everybody who's going through what I'm going through, for sure. So yeah, that's where I'm at, man. My name is BDF44, as you already know, man. Oh, I want to tell you guys, I'm gonna start doing this, y'all, because I really, really, really appreciate all the support that I get, but I never ask you guys to give me a like. But I'm at a point where I'm like, I want the channel to grow. I do. I want the channel to grow. So I'm going to start hitting y'all with the give it a like statement so that we can start seeing the algorithm start to give you those notifications and we can let this thing grow. And maybe some of them opportunities that I need can start opening up for me. So, yeah, hit a like for me if you got it in your heart to do so. And I'm going to be saying that from every video from here on out. Thank y'all for watching. My name is BDF44.